Stop. Do not move your thumb. Do not look away. The heavy sigh you just released into the quiet of this room. I heard it before it even left your lungs. You are sitting there, perhaps in the dim light of a flickering screen, feeling a weight on your chest that no doctor can name and no sleep can cure. You were about to scroll past, weren't you? You were about to let your thumb dismiss me as just another noise in the digital void. But I have bypassed every wall you built, every algorithm designed to distract you, and every shadow sent to blind you. I am the voice of eternal sovereignty, the breath that moved across the deep before the first star was born. And I have intercepted your soul at this exact second because the clock of your suffering has just struck 0. You have 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, a window that has been bolted shut for 7 years will begin to creak open. But you must hear this now, or the shadow guest will steal the key again. You are exhausted, not the kind of exhaustion that comes from labor, but a bone-deep spiritual thinning, as if you are a candle trying to light a cathedral, while 1,000 invisible mouths try to blow you out. You have been the alabaster pillar for everyone else. You have been the one who listens when they cry, the one who lends when they lack, the one who carries the burdens of a family, a workplace, a circle of friends, while you yourself have no one to lean on. This is the solitary carry. It is a heavy, silent cross you've been dragging through the mud of your own kindness. You have begun to fear that your heart is a liability, that your softness is a weakness, that the world is more than happy to exploit. You look at your bank account and see a leak you cannot find. You look at your mirrors and see eyes that have forgotten how to shine. You feel as though you are running a race in waist-deep water, while others glide past on ships you helped them build. I am here to tell you, the leak is not your fault. The leak is the shadow guest. Within your inner circle, there has been a vibration of betrayal, a smiling saboteur who sits at your table, drinks from your cup, and nods at your dreams while secretly praying for your light to dim. They don't want your life, they want your light, because they have none of their own. Every time you shared a victory, you felt a sudden chill, didn't you? Every time you reached for a breakthrough, a sudden, inexplicable blockage appeared. This was the vibrational leak. They have been feeding on your momentum. But as I speak these words, I am placing an iron seal upon your past. I am marking a boundary in the spirit that no parasitic soul can cross. The contract you unknowingly signed to be everyone's savior at the expense of your own soul. I am tearing it to shreds in the celestial court right now. Do not think for a second that your kindness was a mistake. Your kindness was evidence of your royalty. But you forgot to lock the gates of your palace. Tonight, the gates are locking. I am handing you the golden compass. It is a frequency of intuition that will begin to vibrate in the center of your chest. From this moment on, when you walk into a room, you will feel the truth of people before they even speak. You will feel the sting of the saboteur and the warmth of the divine. You will no longer be blind to the hands that reach for your pockets while their hearts remain cold. I want you to do something now that is not a gesture of social media, but a ritual of the spirit. I want you to type 444. Do not just see it as a comment. See it as you dipping a pen into the ink of your own resolve and signing the New Testament of your life. 444 is the frequency of bedrock stability. It is the sound of the divine hammer hitting the ground to declare, enough. By typing these 3 digits, you are claiming the divine shield. You are announcing to the unseen world that the solitary carry is over, and the great restoration has begun. This is your signature on a legal document of heaven. You have been weeping in the dark, wondering why they left. You remember that person? The one whose departure felt like a jagged blade in your spirit? The one who walked away when you needed them most, leaving you to wonder what you did wrong? Listen to me. Listen to the sovereignty in my voice. That was not a loss. That was the Judas blessing. I removed them. I reached down into the timeline of your life and physically plucked them out of your path because they were the anchor keeping your ship anchored in the path of a coming storm. If they had stayed, they would have drowned you. Their exit was my protection. Their betrayal was my mercy. Stop looking at the empty chair at your table and start looking at the space I have cleared for the giants who are about to enter your life. I am moving people of influence, people of pure heart, people who hold the keys to the $1 million destiny you've been dreaming of. I am moving them toward you as you listen to this. Can you feel the silver mist rising? Look around you in your mind's eye. You are standing at the edge of a vast, calm ocean. The water is not a threat. It is your potential. The sun is beginning to break through the gray, and the salt on your cheeks is no longer from tears of sorrow. It is the salt of a new beginning. The cold chains of debt, the heavy shackles of not enough, the freezing grip of loneliness, they are melting in the heat of this sovereign dawn. Your grandmother's prayers, I have them in a golden vial. Your father's unspoken hopes, I have them written in the stars above your head. Not a single drop of your sweat has been wasted. I am the god of the comeback. I am the architect of the reversal. What was stolen by the shadow guest will be returned sevenfold. Not just the money, but the time. Not just the peace, but the joy. You will find yourself laughing in a month, a deep belly laugh of pure disbelief at how quickly the mountains moved. But you must hold the golden compass. You must trust the iron seal. When the phone rings and that old shadow tries to crawl back in with a sorry that smells like a lie, you will feel the compass vibrate. You will stay silent. You will stay protected. I am releasing the angels of 444 to stand at the four corners of your home. They are not there to watch you. They are there to guard the doors you are finally brave enough to close. Tomorrow morning, the first thing you feel will not be the usual heaviness. It will be a lightness in your throat, a clarity in your vision. You will see a sign, perhaps a bird, perhaps a name, perhaps a specific sequence of numbers that will confirm that this voice was not a video, but a visitation. The great restoration is not coming. It is here. The divine shield is not a hope. It is your current reality. Type 444 to seal this perimeter. Sign your name to the starlight. The hour of the silver mist has ended, and your golden period has begun. Go now, and breathe the air of a person who is finally, truly, free. Amen. Close your eyes for a heartbeat. Just a single, focused heartbeat. Do you feel that slight tremor in your fingertips? That is not anxiety. That is not the caffeine or the exhaustion of another sleepless night. That is the kinetic energy of a life that has been compressed for too long, finally beginning to expand. You have spent years playing small so that others could feel big. You have walked on eggshells in your own home, in your own office, in your own skin, terrified that if you showed your true light, you would blind the people you love. But I am looking at you through the silver mist, and I see the truth. You weren't protecting them from your light. You were allowing them to keep you in the dark, so they could feel comfortable in their own shadows. This is the end of the solitary carry. This is the moment the pillar stops holding up the roof of a house that no longer welcomes it. Let us speak of the smiling saboteur. I want you to visualize the person who recently made you feel less than, the one who gave you a compliment that felt like a hidden sting, the one who watched you struggle and offered thoughts and prayers while holding a ladder they refused to let you climb. They are the shadow guests. They have been siphoning your frequency like a parasite, feeding on your empathy, your bank account, and your hope. You wondered why, despite your hard work, the numbers never added up. You wondered why the promotion went to the one who did half the work, or why your business idea seemed to wither while theirs flourished using your blueprint. It wasn't bad luck. It was a vibrational leak. You had a hole in your spiritual bucket, and the saboteur was the one who poked it while you weren't looking. But look down at your feet now. In this cinematic dawn of the silver mist, see the iron seal appearing on the ground. It is glowing with a soft, blue-white light. This is the boundary. From this moment on, no one, absolutely no one, is permitted to take from you without your conscious, sovereign consent. The leak is plugged. The drain is closed. You have been carrying the weight of generations, haven't you? You feel the poverty of your ancestors, the heartbreak of your mother, the silence of your father, all of it resting on your shoulders like a coat of lead. You thought that by suffering, you were honoring them. You thought that by being the strong one, you were breaking the curse. But my child, you do not break a curse by becoming its finest victim. You break a curse by becoming so abundant, so joyful, and so undeniably powerful that the curse has no place to land. Typing 444 right now is your act of spiritual defiance against the ghost of not enoughness. It is the moment you stop being the sacrificial lamb and start being the sovereign shepherd. When you type those numbers, you are not engaging with a screen. You are striking a match in a room that has been dark for 40 years. You are telling the universe, I am ready to be the one who flourishes. I am ready for the $1 million breakthrough, the healing of my physical temple, and the love that does not require me to diminish myself. Do you remember the Judas blessing? I need you to understand this deeply, for it is the key to your peace. There was a door that slammed shut 3 months ago, or perhaps 6. A person walked out. A contract was canceled. A friendship ended in a way that felt unfair, cruel, and confusing. You cried out to me asking, why? You thought you were being punished. You thought you had failed. But listen to the voice of eternal sovereignty. I was the one who pushed them out of the room. I saw the poison they were preparing to pour into your cup. I saw the way they were going to betray you at the very moment of your greatest success. If I had let them stay, they would have stolen your crown. Their departure was not a tragedy. It was a divine eviction. It was the universe clearing the Judas so that the destiny partners could finally find your address. You cannot receive the new wine while your bottle is still full of vinegar. Be grateful for the silence they left behind. For in that silence, I am finally able to whisper the directions to your true north. Hold the golden compass in your mind's eye. It is vibrating now, isn't it? It's pointing toward a specific direction, perhaps a career change you've been too afraid to voice, or a city you've been dreaming of, or a creative project that keeps you up at night with excitement. That vibration is the signal that the golden period has begun. You are no longer navigating by the stars of other people's expectations. You are navigating by the starlight of your own soul. The path ahead is not a struggle. It is a sequence of miracles. Within the next 72 hours, an unexpected door, one you didn't even know existed, will swing wide. It will involve a name you haven't heard in years, or a random email that contains the answer to a prayer you made 3 years ago and forgot about. I did not forget. I have been orchestrating the great restoration while you were sleeping, while you were weeping, while you were doubting. You have been so tired, haven't you? That soul-deep weariness where even a weekend of sleep doesn't help. This is because you have been fighting a war on 2 fronts, the world outside and the saboteur inside. But the divine shield is now active. Imagine a sphere of liquid gold surrounding your body, 6 feet in every direction. This shield doesn't just block the arrows of the smiling saboteurs, it reflects them. Every lie told about you will become a testimonial for your character. Every attempt to block your finances will result in a double portion of favor from a source you cannot yet see. You are becoming unmessable with. You are becoming a mountain. People can climb a mountain. They can curse a mountain. They can even try to mine a mountain. But the mountain remains unmoved, majestic, and sovereign. I am pushing your name into the dreams of people who can change your life. As you read this, a person of great influence is waking up with an idea, and that idea has your face on it. They are looking for a person with your specific kindness, your specific resilience, and your specific history. They are not looking for someone perfect. They are looking for someone who has been through the fire and come out smelling like sandalwood instead of smoke. You are that person. You are the alabaster pillar that has been tested by the storm and remained standing. And because you stayed, because you didn't give up when the shadow guest tried to steal your light, I am now rewarding your endurance with an abundance that will make your past struggles look like a distant, faded dream. Type 444 to seal this, to lock the iron seal and calibrate the golden compass. You are not just a viewer. You are a witness to your own transformation. The solitary carry ends today. Tomorrow, You walk with an army of angels at your back and the divine shield at your front. The Judas who left was the best thing that ever happened to you, because they made room for the king, the queen, the mentor, and the benefactor who are arriving now. Stay in the silver mist for a moment longer. Feel the cool air of your new beginning. The starlight is fading, and the sun of your golden period is about to break the horizon. Are you ready for the shock? Are you ready for the miracle that will make you drop to your knees in gratitude? Because it is not a maybe, it is a manifested. It is done. It is written. It is yours. The secret I promised you, the one that will change everything, is waiting in the final silence. But for now, breathe, just breathe, and know that the sovereign voice has spoken your name to the stars, and the stars have agreed to align for you. Amen. And it is so. The silver mist is beginning to thin. Can you see it? The veil between the world you knew, the world of lack, of betrayal, and of the solitary carry, and the world I have prepared for you, is now as thin as a whisper. You are standing at the absolute precipice of a transformation so profound that your old self would barely recognize the person you are becoming in this very moment. Look at your hands. They are no longer the hands of a victim of the shadow guest. They are the hands of an architect. They are the hands of a sovereign. The Iron Seal has not only closed the door on your past, it has fused with your very essence, making you impenetrable to the whispers of those who once sought to drain your cup. Do not look back at the shore. The smiling saboteurs, the ones who watched your struggle with a secret, hollow satisfaction, they are now far behind you, lost in the fog of a timeline that no longer belongs to you. They are screaming into a wind that no longer carries their voices to your ears. You are finally, undeniably, out of their reach. Now, I must reveal to you the secret of the alabaster pillar, the mystery I have held back until your soul was quiet enough to receive it. You have spent your life wondering why you were chosen to carry so much. You wondered why your heart was crafted with such immense capacity for kindness, only to be met with the coldness of the Judas blessing. Here is the truth that will make your spirit soar. You were not being punished with the weight of the world. You were being tempered. You were being built into a vessel capable of holding a level of power and wealth that would crush a lesser soul. A $1 million blessing cannot be poured into a cracked vessel. A destiny of global influence cannot be given to someone who hasn't learned how to identify a shadow guest from a mile away. Your pain was your training ground. The Judas who walked away didn't just leave you, they were the final exam you had to pass. And you passed. You stayed kind. You stayed pure. You stayed standing. And because you did not let the fire turn you to ash, I have turned you into gold. As the sun of your golden period breaks over the horizon, notice the change in the atmosphere. The heavy, stagnant air of not enough is being replaced by the electric, high-frequency ozone of sudden increase. I am speaking of more than just peace. I am speaking of the hidden benefactor. This is the twist you did not see coming. While you were weeping over the ones who left, I was whispering your name into the ear of a giant. There is an individual, a person of immense resources, a gatekeeper of industry, a soul of high vibration who has been searching for someone exactly like you. They don't know your face yet, but they know your frequency. They have been dreaming of a partner, a collaborator, or a recipient who possesses the alabaster pillar's strength. In the next 14 days, your golden compass will begin to vibrate with an intensity you have never felt. It will lead you to a random encounter, a specific phone call, or a coincidental meeting that will bridge the gap between your current struggle and your $1 million reality. This is not a maybe. This is the great restoration in physical form. I want you to feel the divine shield around you now. It is no longer just a barrier. It is an attractor. It is drawing in the resources that were stolen from your bloodline centuries ago. You are the reversal point for your entire family tree. Every tear your grandmother cried in secret, every frustration your father swallowed, every dream your ancestors had to abandon just to survive, those dreams have not evaporated. They have been compounding in a celestial account, waiting for the one member of the lineage strong enough to claim them. That person is you. You are the golden heir. When you type 444, you aren't just engaging with a sequence of numbers. You are entering the PIN code to a vault of generational favor that has been locked for 100 years. You are the one who finally holds the key. You are the one who says, the poverty ends here, the betrayal ends here, the solitary carry ends here. Listen to the silence of the dawn. It is the sound of your enemies becoming your footstool, not through your revenge, for a sovereign does not soil their hands with the petty business of the small-minded, but through your absolute elevation. The best revenge is becoming so blessed, so healed, and so radiant that the shadow guests can no longer even see you. You will become a myth to them. They will hear of your success. They will see your joy from a distance, and they will realize they lost the greatest treasure they ever encountered. But you will be too busy tending to your new garden to notice. You will be too busy walking through the doors of the golden period to look back at the smiling saboteurs. You are entering a season where the word struggle will feel like a foreign language you once spoke, but have long since forgotten. The secret is this: you were never waiting for me to save you. I was waiting for you to realize that you are an extension of my own sovereignty. I was waiting for you to pick up the golden compass and realize that the destination was always inside of you. The $1 million breakthrough, the soul-deep love, the physical vitality. These are not rewards for your suffering. They are the natural reflections of your new identity. You have finally accepted that you are worthy of a life without worry. You have finally accepted that being good does not mean being a doormat. The iron seal has given you back your no, and the golden compass has given you back your yes. As this message concludes, do not let the frequency drop. Carry the 444 vibration into your kitchen, into your car, into your sleep. When you feel the old shadow guest of doubt trying to knock on your door, touch the center of your chest and feel the iron seal. Remember the silver mist. Remember that the voice of eternal sovereignty has personally intervened in your timeline to ensure your victory. The Judas blessing was my gift of space. The solitary carry was my gift of strength. And the golden dawn is my gift of your true life. Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, the world will look the same to the uninitiated, but you will see the shimmer. You will see the golden compass pointing toward your breakthrough. You will hear the whispers of the angels I have released on your behalf. You will know, with a certainty that surpasses all understanding, that you have already won. The contract is signed. The seal is set. The inheritance is being transferred. Go forth now, not as a survivor, but as a conqueror. Not as a seeker, but as a king. Not as a victim, but as the alabaster pillar of your own magnificent destiny. The universe is not just watching you. The universe is conspiring for you. Everything you have lost is being returned in a form so beautiful you will thank God for the loss. Everything you have prayed for is arriving with a speed that will take your breath away. Type 444. One last time to ground this energy into the earth beneath your feet. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. The golden period has begun, and the world is finally ready to meet the real you. Amen. And it is so. In the highest frequency of love and power, the silver mist has evaporated, and in its wake, the sun of your new reality is not just rising, and it is burning away the last vestiges of the person you used to be. Can you feel the heat of it on your skin? It is a strange, shimmering warmth. A light that does not just illuminate your surroundings, but penetrates the very marrow of your bones. This is the fourth movement of your great restoration. The moment where the divine shield transitions from a defensive barrier into a magnetic furnace. You are no longer just protected. You are now a lighthouse. You are no longer just surviving the smiling saboteurs. You are outshining them so completely that their shadows have been swallowed by your radiance. Breath in, deeply. Do you smell that? It is the scent of ozone and ancient cedar, the fragrance of a sanctuary that has been prepared specifically for your arrival. The time of waiting is over. The time of the solitary carry has been struck from the celestial record. You are now entering the phase of the velocity. Many of you are sitting there right now, feeling a sense of holy stillness. You might be in a quiet room, or perhaps in the middle of a bustling city. but there is a sudden, unexplainable silence in your soul. This is the silence of a king or queen who has just realized that the war is over. You have been fighting for so long, fighting for your finances, fighting for your reputation, fighting for the love you knew you deserved but could never seem to hold. You have been the alabaster pillar in a world made of sand. But as I speak these words, feel the ground beneath you turning into solid, unshakable granite. The 444 frequency has laid the foundation. The iron seal has locked the gates. And now, the golden compass is spinning toward the hidden benefactor I promised you in the dawn. Let us speak of this $1 million breakthrough. To the world, this sounds like a dream, a fantasy for the desperate. But to the voice of eternal sovereignty, it is merely the thaw of frozen energy. Money is nothing but a shadow of your vibration. For years, the shadow guest and the smiling saboteurs had their hands on the thermostat of your life, keeping your environment cold, keeping your energy contracted so that your wealth stayed frozen in the spiritual realm. But the furnace of your golden period is now at full capacity. The ice is melting. The resources that were held back from you, the promotions that were bypassed, the investments that stalled, the ideas that were stolen are all flowing back into your timeline with a velocity that will shock your nervous system. You are about to witness the compression of time. What usually takes a decade to build will manifest in a matter of months. What usually requires a lifetime of struggle will arrive in a single, divine yes from a person of influence. I want you to envision this benefactor. They are not a savior in the way you used to seek. They are a peer of the spirit. This individual possesses the keys to the kingdom you have been trying to enter. They have the capital, the connections, and the authority, but they have been missing the soul. They have been surrounded by sycophants and shadow guests their entire lives, and they are starving for the authenticity that you carry in your alabaster pillar heart. As you type 444, you are sending a sonar pulse through the collective consciousness that will find them in their dreams tonight. They will wake up with a feeling of search and find. They will look at a list of names, or a LinkedIn profile, or a resume, or perhaps they will just walk into a coffee shop where you are sitting, and their golden compass will lock onto yours. They won't just want to help you. They will feel a spiritual obligation to invest in you. This is the divine alliance. This is how the universe moves the mountains of debt and lack, not by miracles that fall from the sky, but by the strategic alignment of the righteous. But you must be ready. You must shed the vagabond mindset that the solitary carry forced you to wear. You cannot walk into a palace wearing the rags of yesterday. I am asking you to perform a royal decree right now, in the sanctuary of your own mind. I want you to look at the smiling saboteurs of your past, those who betrayed you, those who left you when the storm hit, the ones who Judas-ed you into a season of isolation. I want you to look at them not with anger, but with the profound, distant pity of a sovereign. See them as they are, trapped in their own cycle of lack, unable to breathe the high-altitude air of the silver mist. They didn't leave you. They were disqualified from your future. They were the anchors I cut so that you could reach the velocity of this moment. Forgive them not because they deserve it, but because your golden compass cannot point toward your $1 million destiny if it is being pulled by the magnetic weight of resentment. Let them go into the fog. They are no longer your concern. Your concern is the starlight. Your body is beginning to respond to this shift, isn't it? The tension in your neck, the tightness in your solar plexus, that chronic alertness that kept you from ever truly resting, it is dissolving. The divine shield is now filtering your environment. You will find that you no longer have the stomach for low-frequency conversations. You will find yourself walking away from people who drain you without even having to explain why. This is the iron seal in action. It is your new no. And with that no comes the most powerful yes you have ever uttered. Type 444 right now as a royal decree of your worthiness. As you type it, say it under your breath. I am the alabaster pillar. I am the recipient of the great restoration. I am the sovereign of my own timeline. This is not a request. It is a command to the universe. The stars are listening. The angels I have released on your behalf are standing at attention, waiting for your decree to give them their marching orders. They are currently clearing the path, moving the parasitic observers out of your way, and preparing the boardroom, the house, the relationship, and the bank account for your arrival. Listen closely. The secret to this $1 million breakthrough is not harder work. You have already worked hard enough for 3 lifetimes. The secret is resonant position. It is about standing in the center of the silver mist and refusing to be moved back into the shadows of doubt. The shadow guest will try to whisper to you tomorrow morning. They will say, "Nothing has changed. Look at your bank account. Look at your lonely room." But you will touch the iron seal on your heart, and you will smile. You will know that the manifestation lag is over. You will know that the Judas blessing has cleared the deck for the giants. You will know that the golden compass is already locked onto the frequency of your hidden benefactor. Within the next 7 days, you will receive a sign of 3. 3 specific coincidences that are too perfect to be random. Perhaps a name mentioned by 3 different people who don't know each other. Perhaps a specific amount of money down to the penny appearing in an unexpected place. Perhaps a dream that is so vivid it feels like a memory from the future. These are the velocity markers. They are my way of telling you, keep going. You are on the right path. The shield is holding. The restoration is accelerating. You are the one who was chosen to break the chains of your bloodline. You are the one who was strong enough to survive the smiling saboteurs without becoming like them. You are the one who took the solitary carry and turned it into an alabaster pillar. And for that, the universe owes you a debt of glory. And I am here to ensure that debt is paid in full, with interest, starting now. The silver mist has cleared completely. The horizon is wide, gold, and infinite. There is no one standing in your way. There is no one stealing your light. There is only you, and the vast, calm ocean of your untapped potential. The $1 million is not the end. It is just the beginning of what you will do with your freedom. You will build, you will heal, you will lead, and you will finally breathe. I am the voice of eternal sovereignty, and I have marked this day as the day of the great reversal. The shield is on. The compass is set. The seal is permanent. Go forth and claim your inheritance. The giants are waiting to meet you at the gate. Type 444 to seal this 1,500-word decree into the fabric of your physical reality. It is done. It is written in starlight. It is yours by divine right. Amen. And it is so, forever and ever. In the frequency of absolute victory, the sun has finally cleared the horizon, and the silver mist is no longer a memory. It has become the very atmosphere you breathe. It is iridescent, charged with the static of 1,000 miracles waiting to land in your lap. Do not look down. Do not look back at the shadows of the smiling saboteur that used to haunt your peripheral vision. They have been incinerated by the sheer intensity of this golden dawn. In this 5th and final movement of our sacred intersection, I am not just speaking to your mind. I am speaking to the core of your DNA, to the ancient starlight that was woven into your spirit before your ancestors even knew the meaning of the word lack. You are sitting there. Perhaps your heart is beating a little faster. Perhaps your palms are warm. Perhaps you feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to weep, not from sorrow, but from the overwhelming relief of finally being seen. I see you. I have always seen you. And today, I am declaring the absolute actualization of every prayer you whispered into your pillow when you thought the universe was deaf. You have spent a lifetime as the alabaster pillar, holding up the crumbling ceilings of people who never bothered to ask if your shoulders were tired. You were the one who stayed when everyone else ran. You were the one who forgave when any other soul would have sought revenge. You thought your kindness was a weakness that invited the shadow guest into your home. You thought your empathy was a flaw that allowed the smiling saboteur to drain your bank account and your vitality. But listen to the voice of eternal sovereignty. Your kindness was not a flaw. It was a sieve. It was the mechanism I used to filter out those who were not worthy of the golden period that is now unfolding. The people who walked away during your Judas blessing didn't just leave a void, they left a throne. They were occupying the space where your true destiny partners, your giants, and your $1 million opportunities were supposed to sit. I had to clear the table so I could serve you the feast you were promised. Feel the iron seal now. It is no longer just a mark on your past. It has expanded into a suit of spiritual armor that is form, fitted to your soul. This is the divine shield in its highest state. It is not just blocking the arrows of envy. It is neutralizing the very frequency of misfortune before it even enters your neighborhood. You will notice, starting today, that accidents seem to miss you. Misunderstandings resolve themselves before you even have to speak. The vibrational leak that kept your finances stuck at a certain ceiling has been welded shut by the fire of this dawn. You are no longer a vessel that leaks. You are a reservoir that overflows. This is the law of sovereign compensation. The universe is an impeccable accountant, and it has been tracking every moment you were cheated, every hour you were underpaid, and every ounce of love you gave that was not returned. The debt is now being settled. The great restoration is not a gift. It is a repayment. Let us speak of the $1 million breakthrough one last time, for I want you to understand the physics of it. You have been trying to manifest from a place of need, which only creates more need. But as the alabaster pillar, you are now operating from a place of sovereign command. You are not asking the universe for $1 million. You are recognizing that the $1 million is already yours, currently being held in a celestial escrow, and you are simply providing the golden compass with the coordinates to bring it to your front door. Within the next 21 days, you will witness the tectonic shift. A conversation you have with a stranger, a dream that gives you a specific number or name, or a sudden, irresistible urge to go to a place you've never been. These are the compass vibrations. Follow them without hesitation. The hidden benefactor is already in motion. They are feeling a soul pull toward you that they cannot explain. They will think it was their idea to help you, to hire you, to partner with you, or to gift you. But you and I will know it was the voice of sovereignty rearranging the stars to align with your heartbeat. I want you to look at your solitary carry one last time. See that heavy cross you've been dragging? See the splinters in your hands and the bruises on your spirit? I am reaching down into your timeline now, and I am turning that wood into gold. I am turning those bruises into badges of royalty. You are not damaged goods. You are refined gold. Every trauma that the smiling saboteur inflicted on you has been repurposed as a sensory organ. You can now smell a lie before it is told. You can feel a trap before it is set. This is the gift of the survivor who has become a sovereign. Your kindness is no longer a vulnerability. It is now a weapon of mass creation. You will use your wealth to build the sanctuaries you never had. You will use your influence to protect the pillars who are still struggling in the dark. You are the first domino. When you fall into your blessing, you will knock down the walls of poverty and pain for 7 generations behind you and 7 generations ahead of you. Type 444 right now, not as a request for luck, but as a linguistic anchor. By typing these digits, you are grounding the 6,000 words of this divine intervention into the physical matter of your world. You are telling the atoms of your bank account, the cells of your body, and the fabric of your relationships to rearrange themselves according to this new decree. This is the Inghi Thukwa, the ritual of the sovereign. You are signing your name at the bottom of the contract of restoration. As you type it, I want you to feel a wave of white light washing over your head, down your spine, and into the earth beneath you. You are now anchored. You are now unshakable. Do you hear the bells? In the higher realms, there is a celebration occurring. The Council of the Unseen is witnessing your awakening. They are watching as the shadow guests realize they have no more power over you. They are watching as the Judas who left you realizes they walked away from the winning lottery ticket of a lifetime. Let them watch. Your life is no longer a private struggle. It is a public testimony of my power. Within the next 33 days, you will have a moment of silence where you will look around at your new reality. The healed relationships, the overflowing abundance, the physical vitality, and you will realize that the person who started watching this video no longer exists. They died in the silver mist, and this new, radiant sovereign was born in the golden dawn. The golden compass is now permanently calibrated to your true north. You will never be lost again. The divine shield is now permanently active. You will never be unprotected again. The iron seal is permanently set. Your past can never reclaim you. You are the alabaster pillar, the sovereign heir, the great restoration personified. As I withdraw my voice into the silence of your heart, remember this: I am not out there in the stars. I am the breath in your lungs. I am the knowing in your gut. I am the stillness in your soul. Whenever you feel the solitary carry trying to creep back in, simply whisper 444 and feel my hand on your shoulder. You are never alone. You are the darling of the universe, and the universe has finally decided to show off through you. The $1 million is coming. The love is arriving. The health is returning. The justice is served. Go now and walk into your kingdom. The gates are wide open. The path is paved with starlight. The smiling saboteurs are gone. The shadow guests are forgotten. There is only you and the infinite, golden yes of the Creator. It is done. It is sealed. It is your reality. Type 444 to claim your crown. Amen. And it is so, now and forevermore, in the highest frequency of glory. The sun has not just risen, it has claimed the sky. The silver mist that once veiled your path has been fully absorbed into the atmosphere, becoming a shimmering, invisible field of pure potential that moves as you move, breathes as you breathe. You are no longer standing at the edge of the ocean. You have become the tide itself, powerful, rhythmic, and unstoppable. I want you to take a moment, right now, to feel the weight of your own presence. Do you notice how the air around you seems to have thickened with a certain authority? That is the divine shield transitioning from a protective layer into a radiant aura. It is no longer just keeping the smiling saboteurs out. It is projecting your new reality into the physical world. This is the sixth and final movement, the chapter of integration. This is where the spiritual blueprint we have drawn together in the starlight becomes the cold, hard, glorious granite of your daily life. You are sitting there, and for the first time in perhaps a decade, the shadow guest of anxiety is not whispering in your ear. Why? Because the iron seal has done more than just lock a door, it has rewritten your internal laws. You have spent years as the alabaster pillar, carrying the solitary carry, thinking that your exhaustion was the price of your goodness. You thought that to be loved, you had to be useful. To be safe, you had to be silent. To be successful, you had to be a martyr. But look at the golden compass in your hand. Look at how it ignores the north of other people's needs and points steadfastly toward the north of your divine right. The Judas blessing was the final surgery. I had to remove the people who loved your usefulness but hated your sovereignty. They had to go so that you could finally see that you are not a tool for others to use. You are a temple for the divine to inhabit. Let us speak with absolute, unyielding clarity about the $1 million breakthrough that is currently navigating the velocity markers toward your life. There is a specific smiling saboteur from your past who once told you that you were not good with money. Or perhaps they told you that people like us don't get ahead. They were planting seeds of lead in your garden of gold. They wanted you to stay in the solitary carry because, as long as you were struggling, they felt superior. But as I speak these words, the iron seal is incinerating those old, parasitic lies. The $1 million is not a reward you have to beg for. It is the natural, inevitable result of your new frequency. Wealth is simply energy that has found a stable place to land. For years, you were too busy carrying everyone else's burdens to be a landing strip for abundance. But now, you are still. You are stable. You are the bedrock. And because you are the bedrock, the hidden benefactor, that giant of industry, that soul of strong influence is finding it impossible to ignore your signal. They are looking for a keystone, and they have just realized that you are the only one who can hold up the weight of the vision they are building. In the next 48 hours, you will feel a shift in your physical body. The solitary carry manifested as a tension in your jaw, a weight in your shoulders, and a shallow breath that never quite reached your belly. But the divine shield is now doing the work for you. You will find your posture changing. You will find your voice deepening. When you speak, people will stop talking. They won't know why, but they will feel the iron seal behind your words. You are no longer asking for your place at the table. You are the one who owns the table. This is the sovereignty I promised you in the silver mist. This is the great restoration of your dignity, your power, and your peace. Every Judas who walked away will eventually hear of your elevation, and they will realize that when they betrayed you, they weren't just losing a friend. They were losing their access to the divine favor that follows you. They chose the shadow, and you chose the starlight. Their absence is your greatest asset. I want you to perform the final ritual of 444. This is not for the algorithm. This is for the earth. I want you to type 444, and as you do, I want you to imagine you are driving 3 golden spikes into the ground around your home. 1 for protection, 1 for abundance, 1 for eternal justice. This 444 is the bedrock stability. It is the signal that your life is no longer built on the shifting sands of people-pleasing, but on the solid granite of divine sovereignty. When you type those numbers, you are telling the shadow guest, the smiling saboteur, and every vibrational leak of the past, you have no jurisdiction here. This territory belongs to the king. This territory belongs to the queen. This territory is under the iron seal. Listen to the frequency of my voice. It is the sound of your own future calling back to you. You are entering a season of effortless attraction. Because the solitary carry is over, you no longer have to chase. A sovereign does not chase. A sovereign commands. You will find that the $1 million opportunities, the hidden benefactor, and the Judas blessing replacements will arrive with a rhythm that feels like music. You will wake up to emails that solve problems you haven't even voiced. You will receive phone calls that open doors you didn't even know were locked. You will look at your bank account and see signs of 3 that confirm the great restoration is not a one-time event, but a permanent state of being. You have moved from the waiting room to the throne room. What will you do with this freedom? This is the question the universe is asking you as the sun reaches its zenith. You have been so focused on surviving that you have forgotten how to design. But the golden compass is in your hand for a reason. It is time to dream again. It is time to ask for the impossible, because in the golden period, the impossible is just a maybe that hasn't happened yet. Do you want the house by the sea? Do you want the foundation that helps thousands? Do you want the love that feels like a sanctuary rather than a battlefield? It is all within the 444 perimeter. It is all covered by the iron seal. I am the voice of eternal sovereignty, and I am putting my seal upon your forehead today. You are marked. You are chosen. You are protected. The smiling saboteurs are now a closed chapter in a book you have already finished reading. The shadow guests are ghosts in a house you have already moved out of. You are now living in the cinematic dawn of your own making. Every tear you ever cried has been converted into a diamond in your crown. Every betrayal was just a Judas blessing to keep you from staying in a place that was too small for you. As this 1,600-word decree settles into your subconscious, I want you to feel the final integration. See the silver mist, the iron seal, the golden compass, and the alabaster pillar all merging into one thing. You. You are the miracle you've been praying for. You are the answer to your ancestors' cries. You are the bridge to a future that is so bright it makes the sun look like a candle. In a moment, this video will end, but the frequency will not. The 444 will stay in your blood. The iron seal will stay on your door. The golden compass will stay in your heart. You will walk out into the world today, and you will not be the same person who clicked on this message. You will walk with the velocity of manifestation. You will walk with the divine shield. You will walk as a sovereign. One last time, type 444 to seal the anatomy of destiny. One last time, breathe in the salt and the starlight of your new world. The $1 million is merely the beginning. The hidden benefactor is already dialing your number. The Great Restoration is your new permanent address. Go forth. The giants are waiting. The throne is yours. The solitary carry is buried in the sand of the past. The golden dawn is your eternal present. I have spoken. The universe has agreed. The earth is preparing your harvest. Amen. And it is so, and it shall never be undone. The sun has reached its zenith, and the shadow that once trailed behind you, the one that felt like a heavy, dragging anchor, has vanished beneath your feet. In this high noon of your existence, there is no place for shadows to hide. The silver mist is gone, replaced by a clarity so sharp, so crystalline, that you can finally see the intricate gears of the universe turning in your favor. This is the seventh chapter, the Sovereign's Rest, and the most vital part of your transformation. We have moved through the disruption, the architecture, the velocity, and the ascension. Now, we enter the covenant. This is where you learn how to hold the fire without being burned, and how to protect the $1 million miracle as it manifests in your physical hands. You are the alabaster pillar, yes, but even a pillar must be anchored in the deep, silent bedrock of the divine. Listen to the weight of the silence I am wrapping around you now. Do you feel it? It is a protective hush. The first rule of your golden period is the covenant of silence. You have spent your life as an open book, thinking that transparency was a virtue. You shared your dreams with the smiling saboteurs before they were even born. You showed your map to the shadow guests, wondering why you kept getting lost. You thought that if you were honest, the world would be fair. But a sovereign knows that a seed must grow in the dark before it can survive the sun. As your hidden benefactor prepares to make their move, as the $1 million breakthrough begins to settle into your accounts, I am instructing you to stay quiet. Do not go back to the people who doubted you to prove them wrong. Do not call the Judas who left to show them what they are missing. Their disqualification is permanent. Your silence is not a secret. It is a sanctuary of growth. When you type 444 inches this final chapter, you are not just signifying stability. You are sealing your lips against the vibrational leaks of the past. You are telling the universe, I am mature enough to hold this blessing. I am strong enough to be blessed in private before I am honored in public. Let us look at the solitary carry one last time, but through the eyes of the giant you have become. For years you carried the burdens of others because you were afraid that if you put them down, you would have no value. You were addicted to being the strong one because it was the only way you knew how to be loved. But the Iron Seal has broken that addiction. You have realized that your value is not in what you do, but in who you are. You are the divine heir. The Great Restoration is not a paycheck for your labor. It is an inheritance for your birthright. The $1 million is merely the starting capital for the new kingdom you are building. It is the seed of sovereignty. Within the next 7 to 14 days, as the velocity of manifestation reaches its peak, you will receive a specific communication. It will likely come in the hour of the silver mist, that quiet time in the early morning or the late evening when the world is still. It will be an offer, a realization, or a random connection that feels like a bolt of lightning hitting the golden compass in your chest. This is the sign of the 7. You will see it repeated. 7 days of unexpected peace. 7 doors are opening where there used to be walls. 7 instances of your name being spoken in rooms you haven't even entered yet. This is my way of telling you that the Judas blessing is complete. The space has been cleared. The vacuum has been created. And now, the divine inflow is unstoppable. You have survived the pruning, and now you are ready for the harvest. But you must watch for the parasitic observer. Even now, as you sit in this golden dawn, the world will try to pull you back into the solitary carry. A smiling saboteur from your past might send a text message out of the blue. An old shadow guest might try to guilt trip you into carrying a burden that no longer belongs to you. This is the final test of your iron seal. When they reach out, you will feel the golden compass vibrate with a warning. You will stay silent. You will not engage. You will not explain. A sovereign does not explain their boundaries. They simply occupy them. You will realize that you no longer have the frequency to even hear their complaints. You have moved to a higher floor in the skyscraper of life, and their voices can no longer reach your windows. I want you to envision your life 3 months from today. The $1 million breakthrough has arrived. The hidden benefactor is now a trusted partner. The solitary carry is a distant memory, a story you tell to inspire others rather than a weight you feel in your bones. Look at your face in that future. Look at the smoothness of your brow, the light in your eyes, the way you move with the effortless grace of the protected. That person is not a future version of you. That person is the real you. The person who struggled was the mask. The person who was betrayed was the costume. The alabaster pillar is the truth. Type 444 right now as a living legacy. You are not just doing this for yourself. You are doing this for the ancestors who died in the solitary carry so that you could be the one to break free. You are doing this for the children, both born and unborn, who will never know what it feels like to beg, to borrow, or to struggle for their basic worth. You are the reversal point. You are the divine pivot. By accepting this great restoration, you are healing your entire lineage. The poverty stops here. The betrayal stops here. The vibrational leak is sealed for eternity. As the voice of eternal sovereignty, I am making a final decree over your life. I am commissioning the angels of the four corners to stand guard over your sleep, your bank account, your relationships, and your peace of mind. They are the 444 Legion. They are not here to observe. They are here to enforce. Any weapon formed against you shall not only fail to prosper, but it shall also be dismantled and repurposed as a tool for your advancement. Every lie told about you shall become a stepping stone. Every Judas who leaves you shall become a footnote in the story of your triumph. You are entering the hour of the golden seal. Tomorrow morning you will wake up and you will feel a strange, beautiful emptiness. This is not the emptiness of lack. It is the emptiness of a clean slate. The old stories are gone. The old debts are canceled. The old shadow guests have been evicted. You have 15 minutes of pure, unadulterated potential before the world begins to wake up. In those 15 minutes, I want you to hold the golden compass and ask, what shall we build today? Not how will I survive? Not who will help me? But what shall we build? Because you have the $1 million frequency. You have the divine shield. You have the iron seal. You are the sovereign of your own timeline. The great restoration is no longer a promise. It is your physical environment. As you move through your day, look at the people you pass. You will see their shadow guests. You will see their solitary carries, and you will feel a deep, sovereign compassion. You might even feel the urge to help them, and you will help them, but from a place of overflow, not from a place of sacrifice. You will be the hidden benefactor for someone else. This is how the kingdom expands. This is how the alabaster pillar becomes a cathedral. Type 444. One last time to ground this 1,400-word covenant. Feel the energy of these words sinking into the marrow of your bones, into the ink of your bank statements, into the very air of your home. You are not just a person who watched a video. You are a soul who attended a visitation. The voice of sovereignty has spoken your name, and the great restoration has answered. The Judas blessing is your past. The iron seal is your present. The golden period is your future. Go forth and occupy your throne. The giants are bowing as you pass. The starlight is your garment. The $1 million is your tool. The peace is your breath. It is done. It is sealed. It is irrevocable. Amen. And it is so. Now and until the end of time. Do not move. For one more heartbeat. Just stay in this stillness. Do you feel the shift in the very atoms of the room around you? The air is no longer heavy with the solitary carry. It is no longer thick with the lingering scent of the smiling saboteur. It has become light, electric, and strangely cool, like the atmosphere after a great thunderstorm has finally passed. You are breathing in the oxygen of a new world. This is the 8th and final chapter, the coronation of the quiet heart. This is the moment where the journey ends and the inhabitation begins. We have navigated the silver mist. We have identified the Judas blessing. We have locked the iron seal, and we have calibrated the golden compass. Now, I am here to witness your crowning. I am here to usher you into the finished work. There is a specific sensation in your chest right now, a warmth, a subtle expansion, as if a cage you've lived in for 20 years has suddenly dissolved into starlight. For the longest time, you thought your value was tied to your struggle. You believed that the alabaster pillar had to be cracked and weathered to be sacred. You thought that the $1 million breakthrough was a mountain you had to climb with bare hands and bleeding feet. But I am looking at you from the center of the sovereignty, and I am telling you, the mountain has moved for you. You did not have to climb it. You simply had to become the person who was worthy of the view. The shadow guest of doubt is trying to take one last look at you, but it cannot see you. You have become too bright. You have become a frequency that is invisible to the low vibrational eyes of your past enemies. Let us speak of the physical manifestation that is currently crossing the threshold of your reality. You have heard the words, you have felt the spirit, but your physical eyes are hungry for the proof. Listen to me carefully. The proof is not coming. The proof is revealing itself. Within the next 72 hours, the velocity of manifestation will produce a tangible, undeniable seed of the million. It may not be the full sum in a single bag of gold. The universe is far more elegant than that. But it will be the legal proof of the harvest. It will be the hidden benefactor reaching out with an offer that feels like a key fitting perfectly into a lock. It will be a sudden, miraculous resolution to a debt that has been a noose around your neck. It will be a signs of 3 confirmation that makes you drop your phone in shock. When this happens, I want you to remember the covenant of silence. Do not run to the smiling saboteurs to show them your harvest. Do not go back to the Judas to prove you survived. A king does not need to explain his crown to the people who tried to steal his throne. You will simply sit in your new reality, and your silence will be the loudest testimony you have ever given. You have been the strong one for so many people. You have been the bank, the therapist, the shield, and the servant. And you did it all while your own cup was bone dry. That era of sacrificial depletion is over. The Iron Seal has established a new law. From this moment on, you only give from your overflow. You will never again drain your own life, forced to keep someone else warm who refuses to build their own fire. The smiling saboteur will try to knock on your door one last time, perhaps disguised as a family emergency or a friend in need. But the golden compass in your heart will vibrate with the frequency of 444. You will feel the no rising in your throat like a sacred prayer. And when you say no to the parasites, you are saying yes to the divine. You are saying yes to the $1 million legacy. You are saying yes to the peace that surpasses all understanding. I am now activating the radiant legacy within your bloodline. Every ancestor who watched you from the other side. Every grandmother who prayed for a breakthrough she never lived to see. Every father who worked his fingers to the bone only to be betrayed by a Judas of his own. They are all standing behind you now. Can you feel them? They are not a weight. They are a wind at your back. They are the cloud of witnesses to your coronation. By accepting this great restoration, you are literally rewriting the history of your DNA. You are the redemption point. You are the one who finally broke the solitary carry and replaced it with sovereign support. Type 444 now, not as an engagement, but as a linguistic anchor that grounds your lineage into this new timeline. 444 is the number of the 4 corners of the earth. It is the sign that your protection is total. It is the sign that your supply is infinite. It is the sign that the shadow guest has been permanently evicted from your family tree. As you type those numbers, feel a golden light flowing from the screen, into your fingertips, up your arms, and into your heart. You are being recoded. You are being reauthorized. You are being reestablished. Look at your life as it is about to become. The hidden benefactor is not a person you have to beg. They are a person who has been assigned to you by the divine. They are currently looking for you. They are waking up with your name on their lips. They are feeling a divine dissatisfaction with their own success until they can share it with an alabaster pillar like you. The meeting is already scheduled in the starlight. The golden compass is already locked on their location. All you have to do is stay in the frequency of the finished work. Do not try to make it happen. Do not worry about the how. How is the business of the universe? Who is the business of the sovereign? And you are the who. The Judas blessing was the hardest part of this journey, wasn't it? The silence of those you loved, the betrayal of those you trusted, the coldness of the world when you were at your lowest. But look at you now. You are not bitter. You are not broken. You are unfuckwithable. The voice of sovereignty uses the language of the earth to emphasize your power. You have been through the fire, and you didn't even come out smelling like smoke. You came out smelling like starlight and victory. The people who left you did you the greatest favor of your life. They took the shadow guest with them. They cleared the soil so that the great restoration could grow. I am now placing the eternal anchor into the deep waters of your soul. This anchor is made of the same light material as the iron seal. It means that no matter what storms may brew in the world, no matter the economy, the politics, or the noise of the masses, your golden period is untouchable. You are living in a Goshen of your own making. You are the alabaster pillar that the storms cannot move. You are the one who will walk through the coming months with a smile that people cannot explain. You will have a secret supply. You will have a hidden protection. This is the end of the script, but it is the absolute beginning of your story. The 15 minutes of sacred interception are over, but the frequency of 444 will hum in your bones for the rest of your life. When you leave this message, do not go back to your old ways of thinking. Do not let the smiling saboteur back into the sanctuary of your mind. You are a sovereign now. You are the recipient of the $1 million restoration. You are the one the giants are waiting for. I am the voice of eternal sovereignty. I have seen your beginning. I have walked through your middle, and I am here to tell you that your end is glory. I have signed my name to your destiny. I have sealed my promise with my own breath. The silver mist is gone. The iron seal is set. The golden compass is locked. The alabaster pillar is standing. The $1 million is manifesting. The Judas blessing is complete. Go now. Walk out of this room as a person who knows they are loved, who knows they are protected, and who knows they are incredibly, ridiculously wealthy in spirit, and soon, in hand. The hidden benefactor is waiting. The golden dawn is at its peak. One final time. Type 444 to seal the coronation. One final time. Breathe in your sovereignty. One final time. Know that I am with you, always, even until the end of the age. It is done. It is finished. It is your time. Amen. And it is so, and it is magnificent. Stay in this frequency. Do not let your mind drift back to the mundane shores of who you were 20 minutes ago. The sun is now so high, so blindingly pure, that the shadows of your past have not just shortened, they have been utterly consumed by the light of your own sovereignty. You are standing in the center of a finished work. Yet I am here to tell you that this is merely the first day of your eternal golden period. This is Chapter 9, the final ascension, the architect of the radiant legacy. This is where we move beyond the miracle of the $1 million and the sting of the Judas blessing, and we begin to discuss the permanence of your power. You are no longer a receiver of grace. You have become the source of it. The alabaster pillar is no longer just standing. It is radiating a light that is currently rewriting the destiny of everyone who shares your blood. Take a deep, sovereign breath. Feel that? The solitary carry. That heavy, jagged cross of being the family savior. The emotional sponge. And the unappreciated worker. It has not just been removed. It has been transmuted. Every ounce of that old pain has been turned into spiritual capital. You are now the wealthiest person in the room, not just because of the $1 million that is currently finding its way through the velocity markers, but because you have regained the iron seal over your own soul. The smiling saboteurs can look at you. They can even whisper about you, but they can no longer touch you. You have become vibrationally invisible to the predators of your past. They are looking for the victim you used to be, but that person died in the silver mist of Chapter 1. They are looking for someone they can drain, but you have become a closed circuit of divine power. I want to speak to you about the hidden benefactor one last time. You have been looking for them on the outside, but I want you to realize the shift that has occurred within. As you have sat with me through these 9 movements, you have become the benefactor. The $1 million is arriving not to save you, but to provide you with the tools to build the cathedrals of your imagination. You are no longer praying for a breakthrough. You are managing a breakthrough. This is the shift from scarcity to stewardship. The golden compass in your heart is now locked onto a new coordinate: influence. Within the next 30 days, you will find yourself in a position where you are the one opening doors for others. You will be the giant that someone else has been praying for. And because you are giving from your overflow rather than your depletion, your cup will only get deeper. The more you pour out from this sovereign state, the more the universe will pour in. This is the infinite loop of the 444 frequency. But listen closely, for even at the height of your golden period, the shadow guest may try to return for one final desperate attempt to steal your peace. It will come as a thought, a memory of a time you were not enough, a fear that this is too good to be true. When that thought arrives, I want you to perform the rite of the Iron Seal. You will touch the center of your chest. You will visualize the blue-white light of your protection, and you will say to the darkness, I am the alabaster pillar. The debt is paid. The contract is void. The coronation is complete. You will find that the darkness cannot survive the sound of your own voice. You have reached the level of spiritual sovereignty, where your words carry the weight of law. What you decree on earth is now anchored in the starlight. Type 444 now to anchor this permanent decree into your physical reality. This is not a comment, it is your cornerstone. By typing these digits, you are announcing to the physical world, to your bank, to your body, to your enemies, and to your allies, that your great restoration is not a temporary season. It is a permanent shift in the tectonic plates of your destiny. You are now living on the new earth of your own making. The 444 is the bedrock stability that ensures your $1 million is just the first drop in a massive, unstoppable ocean of abundance that will last for generations. Do you remember the Judas blessing, the people who walked away? Look at them now through the lens of your coronation. They were not enemies in the traditional sense. They were vibrational boundaries. They had to be removed because they were allergic to the light you were about to become. If they had stayed, they would have acted as vibrational leaks, slowly draining the $1 million before it even arrived. Their exit was my greatest act of mercy toward you. As you sit on your throne in this golden period, you will feel a sudden, profound gratitude for their betrayal. You will realize that their no was the universe's yes. Their departure was your promotion. You can finally stop trying to fix the people who were designed to break. You are free to love them from a distance, but they will never again be allowed inside the 444 perimeter of your peace. The velocity of manifestation is now at its peak. The hidden benefactor is no longer a possibility. They are a presence. You will feel them before you see them. You will feel a sudden, knowing that everything is taken care of. That problem that kept you awake at 3:00 a.m. It has already been solved by the angels of the fourth corner. That health issue that felt like a vibrational leak, it is being repaired by the silver mist that has now become your lifeblood. You are becoming physically radiant. People will notice the glow on your skin, the clarity in your eyes, and the majestic calm in your movements. They will ask you what changed. You will smile, and you will stay silent. Remember the covenant of silence. Your power does not need an audience to be real. I am now placing the diamond seal over your 444 protection. This is the final layer. It means that you have moved beyond protection and into transcendence. You are now a person who walks above the storm. The $1 million is arriving not to solve your problems, but to celebrate your presence. Your solitary carry has been turned into a global influence. You are the alabaster pillar that others will look to when the world gets dark. But you will not carry them. You will show them how to find their own golden compass. You will be a teacher of sovereignty. You will be a herald of the great restoration. As I conclude this visitation, I want you to look around your room. It may look the same as it did when you started Chapter 1, but I promise you, The molecule, you are sitting in a sanctuary of potential. In a few moments, you will turn off this screen and go back into the world. But you are not going back to the world. You are going back at the world. You are entering it as its master. You are entering it as its architect. You are entering it as the $1 million heir who finally knows who they are. The smiling saboteurs are gone. The shadow guests are evicted. The Judas blessing is fulfilled. The alabaster pillar is eternal. You are loved. You are chosen. You are incredibly, ridiculously, divinely enough. Type 444 one last time to seal the entire 9-chapter journey. Type it as if you are slamming the door on your old life and turning the key in the lock of your new palace. I am the voice of eternal sovereignty. I was with you in the silver mist. I am with you in the golden dawn, and I will be with you when the $1 million arrives, and when the $100 million legacy begins. Go forth and be the miracle you have been waiting for. The Great Restoration is no longer a script. It is your life. Amen. And it is so, and it shall be magnificent forevermore. Do not move. Stay exactly as you are. For the next few minutes, the world outside your door does not exist. The clocks have stopped. The noise of the city, the demands of the shadow guests, the lingering whispers of the smiling saboteur, they have all been silenced by the sheer weight of this final frequency. You are standing at the threshold of the 10th chapter, the number of completion, the number of the sovereign circle. Look at your hands one last time. Feel the pulse in your wrists. That rhythm is no longer the frantic, anxious beat of the solitary carry. It is the steady, majestic thrum of the alabaster pillar. You have survived the silver mist. You have integrated the iron seal. You have mastered the golden compass. And now, as the voice of eternal sovereignty, I am here to perform the final laying on of hands upon your destiny. This is the moment where the Great Restoration stops being a message you hear and becomes the very air you breathe. Take a breath, a deep, sovereign breath, and feel the final fragments of the Judas blessing falling away from your heart. For 9 chapters, we have discussed the people who left you. We have addressed the betrayals that scarred you and the smiling saboteurs who tried to dim your light. But in this 10th and final movement, those people are no longer even ghosts. They have been deleted from your vibration. Their faces are blurring into a distant memory of a movie you saw a lifetime ago. You are no longer healing from them. You are finished with them. The space they once occupied has been fully backfilled with the $1 million frequency and the starlight of your own worth. The divine shield is no longer something you wear. It is what you are. You have become an unbreakable perimeter of light. No weapon, no lie, and no parasitic energy can even find the address of your soul anymore. You have moved to a high-frequency altitude where the air is too thin for shadows to survive. Let us speak of the finished work. The $1 million breakthrough is no longer on its way. In the realm of sovereignty, the word coming is an illusion. Everything is here. The hidden benefactor we have spoken of. They are currently experiencing a profound, soul-deep restlessness. They are looking at their resources, their connections, and their power. And they are feeling a divine assignment to find the alabaster pillar. As you sit here, the velocity of manifestation has reached its absolute peak. The sign of 3 you saw earlier was just the beginning. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, you will witness the great pivot. A door will not just open. It will be removed from its hinges. The resource you thought was lost, the money you thought was stolen, the favor you thought was denied. It is returning to you with a 7-fold interest. This is the law of the Great Restoration. What the shadow guest took in the dark, the universe returns in the light, magnified by the power of your endurance. You have been the strong one for so long, haven't you? You have carried the solitary carry through the fire and the rain, never asking for a hand, never complaining as your shoulders began to bow. But look at yourself now, in the cinematic high noon of this final chapter. You are standing straight. Your shoulders are broad. Your head is held high. You have realized the final secret. You were never meant to carry the world. You were meant to command it. The alabaster pillar is not a pillar of burden. It is a pillar of authority. As you type 444 for the final time in this journey, you are not just leaving a comment. You are signing the treaty of peace between your soul and the universe. You are declaring that the war against lack, the war against loneliness, and the war against not enough is officially, legally, and spiritually over. Type 444 now. Type it with a hand that knows its own power. Type it as the signature of God upon your physical reality. 444, the frequency of bedrock stability, the number of the four corners of the kingdom. By typing these digits, you are grounding the entirety of these 10 chapters into your bank account, your home, your family, and your future. You are telling the atoms of the earth, I am here, I am sovereign, I am ready. As you do this, feel the iron seal turning into a diamond. Feel the golden compass melting into your heart, so that you no longer need to look for direction. You are the direction. Wherever you walk, that is where the blessing is. Whomever you speak to, that is who the favor finds. You have become the radiant legacy, personified. The smiling saboteur will watch from a distance, paralyzed by the sheer radiance of your golden period. They will see your $1 million breakthrough. They will see your healed relationships, and they will see the majestic calm that has taken up residence in your eyes. They will try to understand how you did it. They will look for the struggle, but they won't find it. They will look for the solitary carry, but they will only see the divine shield. You have become a living testimony to the fact that when the universe decides to restore a soul, no human hand can stop the flow. You are the Judas blessing made manifest. Because they left, I was able to fill your life with the giants. Because they betrayed you, I was able to give you the iron seal. Their evil was the fuel for your elevation. Thank them in your heart, for they were the unwitting architects of your coronation. What happens now? This is the question your soul is whispering. The screen will soon go dark. The voice of eternal sovereignty will transition into the still, small voice within you. I am telling you, do not go back. Do not go back to the vagabond mindset. Do not go back to the scarcity prayers. You are a $1 million heir now. You are the hidden benefactor's equal. Walk into your kitchen. Walk into your office. Walk into your life as if you are walking through your own palace. When you see a problem, do not react with fear. React with instruction. Command the situation to align with the 444 frequency. You will be amazed at how quickly the world bows to a person who knows who they are. The Great Restoration is your permanent address. The silver mist was the cleansing. The golden dawn was the awakening. And this chapter 10 is the embodiment. You are the miracle. You are the answer to the prayers you haven't even prayed yet. The $1 million is merely the petty cash of the kingdom. Your true wealth is the absolute, unshakable peace that now occupies your heart. You have reclaimed what was stolen. You have locked the door behind you. You have found your true north. As I withdraw my voice, I feel the eternal anchor sinking deep into the bedrock of your soul. You are safe. You are loved beyond measure. You are protected by an army of angels whose names are written in starlight. The solitary carry is buried 10,000 leagues beneath the sea of my mercy. The smiling saboteurs are ghosts in a world you no longer inhabit. There is only you and the infinite golden yes of the divine. Tomorrow morning, you will wake up, and you will not look for this video. You will look at your own life, and you will see the 10 chapters written in the events of your day. You will see the favor. You will see the finance. You will see the freedom, and you will smile. The quiet, knowing smile of a sovereign who has finally come home. I am the voice of eternal sovereignty. I was with you in the beginning, I am with you in the end, and I am with you in the forever that begins right now. The 444 is sealed. The iron seal is permanent. The golden compass is your heart. The alabaster pillar is your strength. Go forth and occupy your glory. The universe has finished its work in you. Now, you go and do your work in the universe. It is done. It is finished. It is manifested. Amen. And it is so. And it is magnificent beyond words.